I have not seen a sustained or consistent commitment from the Oakland County leadership to extend and work with opt-out communities to extend transit into that area. So that criticism, I think, of the RTA plan is unwarranted and not based in fact, certainly belied by the plan that's before us today. I hope that this board continues to work in the manner in which it has always worked, and that is with a regional emphasis on what we want to see happen for these four counties. I'm anxious to see this plan move forward, and I'll stop talking.
Anyone else have any comments?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate comments from my colleagues in Washington County. I think you know that the mayor has been in Philly for all week. And I hesitated to spend too much time trying to track him down because he had his big speech last night, all 4 minutes of it. And I looked for it on CNN and MSNBC, and while he was talking, they had cut away for interviews. So I had to go to C-SPAN, and I caught the last 3 minutes of it. But he did good. But I was able to reach him prior to and afterwards, and he said to me in no uncertain terms that whatever we have to do to make this work, to bring this together, we have to do that and compromise on any area that's been a part of the master plan build up to this point, whether it be the 85% rule, whether it be paratransit, extending routes, adding more stops. Let's do what needs to be done to work this out, and Detroit stands ready to make important compromises. We've waited way too long, and it certainly would be unfair to the staff that's invested so much, but more importantly to the riders and the citizens in this region, that we don't find a way as a board to exercise the authority that we've been given by statute to approve the ballot language, approve the plan, put it on the ballot, and let the voters ultimately decide up or down what's in their best interest and what's in the best interest of the region. And so I just wanted to be on the record to let you know where Detroit stands on this and our eagerness to do whatever is possible to work things out in a positive manner so that come November, voters have a chance to express their desires as far as mass transit is concerned in the region.
Thank you. Anyone else? Sir?
All right, well, thank you very much, and I appreciate all the work that has been done on this plan, and walking right along with it. I too am very eager to see regional transit, and this is one of these chances that comes along, it seems, once in a generation. It's not working out that way. With all due respect and honor to those who worked so hard on this plan, this isn't the plan that we're looking for. It has a lot of good things in it. It has a lot of emphasis on the old traditional core, but it does not provide regional transit. There's a, I appreciate the line to Ann Arbor. We appreciate which doesn't go to the airport, by the way. We appreciate the stuff going up and down Woodward and Gratiot. So these are all traditional lines of transit. There's nothing in this plan that deals with the putting in the statutory Oakland to Macomb line and farther out. What we've got right now is a regional taxation plan without the transit. And I think that we should be no taxation without transit. In my county, while I appreciate the good representative from Washington all about people who are supposed to have been reached out to and have been reached out to are unimpressed, and they're not, and they're screaming bloody murder that they're going to pay for something that they're not going to get. They've been told now, I believe, in some of the media that they're selfish and they should be happy to contribute to the welfare of the general adventure, but okay, so they're not going to get much. Oh well, that's not acceptable. And our county, which I'm here as a representative of, I'm the representative of the county, not just part of the county and not just a subset of it. Even if you can take those subsets together and put them together for a majority within the four-county region, that's not what we're here to do. And if we're going to have a truly regional, it has to be regional. Now, I understand the benefits of this plan. I also live 5 blocks away from Woodward Avenue. And I've taken the bus down here. I will use this. I would use all this stuff. I love the idea of coming down on Monroe Ave. I love coming downtown, but not just coming downtown. I take it to Royal Oak. I take it to Ferndale. It'd be nice not to have to worry about where to park in these very popular areas. And I hope people come up to Birmingham and move all up and down this and grind it all together. But I can walk to the bus station in less than 10 minutes. And where are the parking riots? I don't see where people can come. We have issues with people who live a mile or so away. Are they gonna walk there when it's 90-degree heat, or are they gonna walk there in the winter? We have areas that are almost no-brainers for parking rides, but there's been no talk about that. I think we can do better, and I think we have to do better. And not prepared to vote to approve this plan right here, right now. That does not mean that we're not prepared to approve a plan that is truly regional. And I understand the word gets thrown around to mean a lot of things, a lot of people think. But the county that I've been sent to represent, however this may cause angst to other places, does not see this plan as sufficiently regional. And you have to put the regional into regional transit, or it's going to fall apart, because we can approve anything we want to. But if it goes to the voters and it gets shot down because there are enough people that see no value in it, this isn't something you're going to get a do-over on, and a do-over on, and a do-over on until you get the result you want. We may lose the opportunity to make real regional transit for another, how long, how many years? How many years has it been since the last one? So I'm not prepared to do this plan. Let's take what it takes in terms of time to get it right and to get the plan that will be the one we're looking for. Thank you.
Mark?
Thank you. I represent Wayne County, which includes a significant part of the SMART operation, as well as, of course, inside the city, VDOT operation and the people mover. I am prepared to vote on this plan right now and the way that it is. And I'm also prepared to continue to work with this board over the short run, the medium run, and the long run to make improvements and to make adjustments that the local economy and that the demographics and that where people live will suggest we should make in the future. The reason that there's an authority to oversee this operation is to be able to make those adjustments and those changes based on the needs of the people in the community. I don't think we can wait 2 years. I don't think folks who ride the bus and have to get off at 8 Mile and switch to a different line with up to 1 hour wait, that takes can wait 2 years or 4 years if this couldn't be done then. You never get perfection. It just doesn't exist in the public realm or in politics. We need to start this plan. If there are concerns that folks have, and we've been hearing them, and Detroit has a couple, Wayne has a couple, we'd like to see more service downriver, for example, but we are absolutely willing to pass the plan, to pass the ballot language, to help support that ballot language, and to work on improvements as time goes forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'll make my comments. I'm also prepared to vote on this today in first of all, I want to thank the staff and the consultants that worked on this for the last year and a half or so. They've done a heck of a job on this. I commend them for the work and effort. We started off with not a whole heck of a lot to start with. We have developed this, and I look at this, the master plan, as a living, breathing book that we adjust as we go along. I agree with Mark with what you said, that as time goes on, is it perfect plan? And I think, Ellen, you may have said this, it's not necessarily perfect. And there's some adjustments that could probably be made, and I appreciate the comments in your presentation then about how you listen to what people say, you try to make the adjustments and try to incorporate as much as you can. And I think that's our task, that is our role as the board of the RTA, to try to make those adjustments as we see things coming forward. And I know, working on the financial task force, that there was presentations of different versions of what we could potentially do with different size millage. And you could go anywhere from, I'll say something less than 1 mil all the way up to 2.5 to 3 mils. And obviously, if you got to there, you could do a whole heck of a lot more than what we can do with this plan. But that's not what we're here trying to do, the best we can with what we think that is the voters will approve. And I think that we've tried to do a very good job of putting this together and doing what we can. So with that, unless one of the other board members have a comment, I think that it's time to take a vote. All those in favor signify by aye. Aye. Those opposed? So motion moves forward, so it goes on to the board.